What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So it's been a few hours since I did my review of the Perdomo 10th anniversary champagne. After my review, I smoked this much of the stick and I let it go out. It happens to me sometimes. As with you guys, I'm sure we all have stuff going on. So it got me thinking though. It came out back and I'm going to smoke the rest of this. And I thought, this channel started out as like a budget-friendly comparative, that kind of thing. So I thought, why not put an expensive, relatively expensive stick, $10.50 is what I paid for this, 7x54 Churchill, against the Quorum, which is my favorite budget-friendly stick. Now, right now, these sticks are about the same size, but let's talk more about it. So this was, or is, the 7x54 Churchill. If you were to get a Quorum that's equivalent, you'd have to get the Churchill, but it's a 7x48. So the gauge is less. Not as thick as this one. Not as thick as this one. But we are talking about a quarter of the price, approximately. So $10.50 for the Churchill of this, a Shade Churchill in the Quorum, $2.60. And that's if you're buying them, singles or packs of 5. You go higher quantities, things change. So I thought, what the heck? Let's go ahead and compare. Let's put this Perdomo down and open up this little, we did this review already, the short Robusto, but this is a good comparison flavor-wise. It's not exactly a Churchill, but let's see if we would buy 4 Churchills in the Quorum or 1 Perdomo. What do you think? Let's give this a cut, get it fired up. We're gonna light the Quorum first. All right, so we got the Quorum cut. Straight cut on that, just like the one on the Perdomo. Really get in there. Let's see. So this is a good comparison too of the gauge difference. You can see. That the Perdomo's a good thickness better. Although, it doesn't look that much different. There we go, there's a good one. All right. Let's get the Perdomo back down. Get this Quorum lit up. Now, we reviewed these Quorums. This is the Shade. Going to be the equivalent to the champagne over here. As far as I know. If you guys think different or know different, you can tell me. These Quorums are fantastic. For the money. 1-to-1, the Perdomo is going to win all day. Right away, I noticed that the wrapper, the leaf, isn't quite as silky smooth as the Perdomo. But it's delicious, a delicious stick. I don't know, it's pretty smooth. It's pretty smooth. You're getting more, I want to say, if there's a way to describe this, like a more grassy hay style tobacco in the less expensive stick. Obviously, there's a reason it's less expensive. The quality of the ingredients is going to be less with this, but the idea is to figure out, do we want 4 of these or 1 of those? Or maybe it's a weekend. The Perdomo's a weekend stick, and this is your everyday stick. Just to keep this test real, let's get some bourbon in here. It's like a dry, not stale, but a dry tobacco note in this. But again, there's nothing to complain about. Absolutely nothing to complain about with this. This thing is great. Remember, we'd be comparing a Churchill to a Churchill, which you are getting less product with the Quorum. So even though it's 4 sticks to 1, man, that thing's great. Okay, so let's get back into the Perdomo 10th anniversary champagne stick that we started earlier today, and we're now comparing, you know, budget-wise, price-wise, to the Quorum. Okay, this thing's fired back up. Noisy birds, noisy dogs. This is a noisy neighborhood. You think I'm in the woods somewhere, but a lot of action here. Wow, listen to that thing. It's awesome. Wow. Oh boy. There's a reason we let the Quorum first. This thing is amazing. Amazing. Some bourbon with it. We still got the Wild Turkey 101. Back to the Quorum. Quorum's spicier. It's got a little bite. It's got like a little funk on it. Don't think it's a bad thing, but it's funky, comparable. I think we're just dealing with very different qualities. And again, it's not a cut on J.C. Newman's Quorum. There's nothing wrong with this stick. I have a feeling I'm going to fail this experiment. The idea of this experiment was to pick 4 to 1. But what's going to happen is I'm going to end up telling you, I know myself. I can already tell. I'm going to tell you, smoke this one on the weekend. Smoke this one Friday or Saturday night when the work week's done. Or on special occasions or whatever. If you got a bunch of money, skip the Quorum. Let's just be honest. I'm not in that position. I'm a Quorum daily guy at this point, and then this is my weekend special occasion stick. It's so silky smooth. You guys ever see like a $30 cigar in a store, $40 cigar in a humidor somewhere, and it looks so good, and you're like, I can't justify spending that $40 or whatever, $30 for that. I'm just gonna break down and eventually do it and just get one, because I need to check. I need to know. Wow, the Perdomo. It's amazing. They're good in different ways. Each one has a good characteristic about it. The Quorum is spicier, and the Perdomo is creamier and smoother. I bet you there's somebody out there right now making a video, or at least that would say they prefer the Quorum, because it's all about taste. Quorum's more noisy when it burns. Does that matter to anybody? I'm sure not, but they're both phenomenal. Okay, well, here's the part where I tell you what I told you I would tell you, and this is my daily. And of course it's a shade, so this is your, as all the cigar guys tell you on the internet, this is your breakfast, mid-morning, early afternoon cigar. I was interacting with a subscriber today, sending some comments back and forth, and he or she said that these lighter cigars they prefer in the warmer seasons, spring and summer, where the heavier type, like a Maduro or something, they prefer in the fall and winter. And I wrote back to him, and I said, I totally understand that. That makes sense. I appreciate that feedback. I don't know, for me, that the coldness is going to matter. I think it matters what I'm up to. Like, this one seems like a mow the grass, you're running the kids around town. If it goes out 2 or 3 times, you're not going to be upset. That spice is good. I'm missing that spice in the Perdomo. Let's go back to the Perdomo one more time. Yeah, that spice isn't there in this, but there's other things in this that aren't in the Quorum, and the things that are in this that aren't in the Quorum are way more luxurious and like hard to find. This one's so much smoother. Look at this beautiful piece of paper I have to take off here right now. What do you guys do? Do you smoke the label? Like, do you smoke the cigar with this on here? Supposedly you can. I just never seem to. I always let it get nice and warm so it doesn't ever damage the leaf, the wrapper on the cigar, and then I take it off. What do you guys do? Do you leave it on? Do you take it off? Wow. I wish I could smoke both these at the same time. That would just be weird though, right? That's a weird combo. So, to wrap this thing up, the Perdomo is definitely the winner. I mean, if it's 1-to-1. If you're on a desert island, you can only carry a crate of one of these, to take with you or whatever. You found a crate, you can only save one crate, it's the Quorum or the Perdomo. You're going to save the Perdomo, obviously. But purchasing them, I say buy both. Screw it. If you're on a super budget, it's the last $100 you're ever going to spend on cigars in your life, and you need to stock up, basically get as many as you possibly can, because it's the last $100 you're going to spend on cigars. Then you go with the Quorum, because you won't miss this if you don't have it to compare next to them, right? And you're going to get 4 times as much smoke as you are with this. I don't know, man. This Perdomo cigars are just phenomenal. All right, everybody, that was a follow-up to the Perdomo Champagne 10th anniversary. I just wanted to throw a budget cigar in there and just see how the two of them would basically stand up. They're both good, but you may not. There's somebody out there watching this going, I hate Quorum. Quorum sucks. And that's fine. I get it. Like, that's everybody's opinion. I think Quorum's pretty good for a budget cigar. The best budget cigar. Best gas station cigar is going to be that Dutch by Dutch Masters. I've got some reviews of those coming up. I found more flavors. We're going to go through a few of those together. We're going to explore more bourbons. We're going to drink more coffee. Hope everybody's having a great night. Hope everybody's doing great. I guess that's the same thing, but I do really wish everyone well out there. Wow. And I'm going to have some fun for the next half an hour probably. Hopefully, at least 20 minutes. And I'll see you guys in the next one.